What's going on, everybody? It's Frito again for your Overwatch, here to teach you how to counter Deadeye, the deadly ultimate of McCree. Perhaps better known in the community now as Skillcree. After dying once or twice to McCree's ultimate, most of us have learned to duck and run at the very second that he says,
"It's high noon."
But I'm here to teach you today that's not what you want to do. Not all the time, at least. Here we're watching the best player in the best team in professional Overwatch, Surefour, get utterly bounced around like he's playing Super Smash Brothers against this Winston. Now, of course, he does eventually take out the Winston, but I was interested in the concept of rushing down a McCree when he's ulting, because most of the time, I don't think it crosses people's minds. Probably because nobody seems to know exactly how it works, and I agree. Even after studying it, I still don't. I tried all sorts of ways of testing this. Should I put the counter from exactly when we hit Q, or should it be counted from when the red circle gets acquired? I did it all, and I actually couldn't find consistency, which surprised me. I thought that there might be a standard number that I could see recurring time and time again against different characters, 100 HP per second or 125 HP per second, but that wasn't necessarily the case. It seemed like each hero has a different lock-on speed, or the speed at which Deadeye locks on changes depending on how many targets there is, how much HP is on those targets, etc., etc. There isn't a nice, easy answer that I know of yet. But I don't think we necessarily need an exact number, because the general rule of thumb is all you're going to need, and besides, when you're playing against a McCree, there's no way you're going to know how many targets is on his screen. You might be reacting late for all you know, maybe you thought you heard the sound cue go off, but really it was delayed, maybe there was some lag, who knows. But I think we can safely say that if you're a tank at full HP, you'll have about 3 or 4 seconds before McCree will get his deadly shot off on you. This means if you can time a Roadhog hook or a Reinhardt charge, as a tank player, you might be able to punish a greedy cowboy DPS character. Or if you're a skill shot character, how much time will you have to be able to peek out against the McCree and take him out? We locked onto this Widowmaker in approximately 1.7 seconds. So that means when you're in the game and there's a zoning McCree ultimate going off, if you know you can peek him for 1 second, you can get that damage in and potentially get the kill. Here McCree comes around the corner and I don't even aim that well and I'm able to take him down because he pulls the trigger before I'm fully locked onto. He felt pressured to have to pull the trigger at 1 second when he needed about 1.5. This is incredibly valuable information, and it may actually sway the meta if everyone knew this. Because especially in the top tier play, McCree is considered overpowered, and I do think it's a bit out of order that he's able to keep his ultimate charge in zone ult, it seems, every 30 seconds or so. On top of the fact that he can stun and right click down any hero, and also has a viable left click ranged attack as well. Yes, he's a little too much for me, but I do think we should always be looking at these characters based on what is exploitable about them. And yes, McCree's ultimate is incredibly powerful, but it's almost like Pharah's ultimate, that if it's being used out in the open, you have a certain amount of time where you can react and punish them for using it in a greedy position. Because oftentimes, the greediest of positions are the ones that we want to go for. That's it for me today. Please be sure to like the video and share it with your friends if you enjoyed. It's been Frito for your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.